Strength is not automatic. It is built, quietly, daily, through decisions most people never see. And what separates strong men from boys is not muscle, not money, not status. It's mindset. Because mindset determines how a man handles pressure, handles responsibility, handles pain, handles failure, handles purpose. Today, we are going to talk about the mindset that changes everything. The mindset that separates strong men from boys. Boys wait for motivation. Strong men move without it. Boys wait until conditions feel right. Strong men create conditions through action. Boys wait for confidence. Strong men build confidence through movement. Because action creates identity. Waiting creates doubt. Strong men understand something early. You do not become ready. You become stronger by starting before you feel ready. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels easy. Comfort feels familiar. But comfort quietly weakens identity. Boys choose easy days. Strong men choose better futures. Strong men train when tired, work when distracted, focus when others relax. Because growth lives inside discomfort, and discomfort builds strength. Responsibility feels heavy. It feels difficult. It feels risky. Boys avoid responsibility because it creates pressure. Strong men accept responsibility because it creates power. Responsibility builds structure. Structure builds discipline. Discipline builds identity. And identity builds confidence. Emotion is powerful. But, uncontrolled emotion destroys direction. Boys react quickly. Strong men pause first. They think before speaking, decide before acting, respond instead of reacting. Because emotional control creates stability, and stability creates leadership. Approval feels good, but it weakens identity. Boys change direction based on opinions. Strong men follow standards, values, purpose, structure. They respect others, but they do not depend on permission. Because, permission delays progress. Purpose creates momentum. Anyone can start something. Few finish it. Boys stop when progress slows. Strong men continue when results disappear. Consistency builds reputation. Consistency builds confidence. Consistency builds strength. Strong men understand something most people miss. Success belongs to the man who continues. Life is difficult, unfair sometimes, unpredictable often. Boys focus on problems. Strong men focus on solutions. They adapt faster, think clearer. Move forward anyway, because solutions create control, and control creates confidence. Attention is loud. Respect is quiet. Attention is temporary. Respect is permanent. Boys want to be seen. Strong men want to be trusted. Trust creates influence. Influence creates leadership. Leadership creates legacy. Self-trust creates identity. Every broken promise weakens confidence. Every kept promise strengthens discipline. Boys negotiate with discomfort. Strong men commit through discomfort. Commitment builds strength slowly, but permanently. Crowds feel safe. But, safety limits growth. Boys follow expectations. Strong men follow direction. They think independently. Act intentionally. Move forward without approval. Because, well, independence builds identity. Silence reveals truth. Most boys avoid quiet moments because, honestly, quiet reveals uncertainty. Strong men use silence to plan, to think, to rebuild. Clarity lives inside silence. Difficult conversations build respect. Boys avoid conflict. Strong men handle it directly, calmly, clearly, respectfully, because clarity prevents confusion, and confusion destroys direction. Ego, it resists correction. But growth, well, it actually requires correction. Boys, they defend their mistakes. Strong men, though, they improve those mistakes, because, honestly, improvement builds strength a lot faster than pride ever protects your image. Shortcuts, they might feel efficient at first, but you see, they collapse quickly. Strong men, they trust repetition, structure, consistency, patience, because, well, real strength is built slowly, not instantly. Distraction, it steals years quietly. Phones, noise, entertainment, comparison. Boys, they live inside distraction. Strong men, on the other hand, guard their attention, because attention creates results. Results create confidence. And confidence, well, that creates momentum. Discipline, well, it feels restrictive at first. But, it creates freedom later. Boys, they rely on motivation. Strong men, though, rely on routine. Routine builds structure. Structure builds identity. And identity, in turn, builds strength. Failure, honestly, teaches faster than success ever could. Boys often avoid mistakes. Strong men, though, learn from them. Every mistake becomes information. Every lesson, progress. Failure is not the enemy here. Avoidance is. Opportunity, it rarely arrives perfectly. Strong men create opportunities through effort, consistency, preparation, presence. Because, really, preparation attracts opportunity. Waiting only delays it. Pressure reveals character. Boys, well, they escape pressure. Strong men adapt inside it. Pressure, it builds resilience. Resilience builds confidence. And confidence, in turn, builds leadership. Complaints waste energy. Action, on the other hand, creates results. Boys talk about problems, but strong men solve them. Every solution, builds identity, and every complaint weakens it. Entertainment feels easy. Purpose, though, feels demanding. But purpose creates direction. Direction creates momentum. Momentum in time creates confidence. Strong men live intentionally, not passively. Short-term thinking creates short-term lives. Strong men, though, they think long-term. They build habits early, skills early, structure early, because, well, early discipline creates later freedom. Your future is not random. It is built daily, through habits, through decisions, through consistency. Strong men design their direction intentionally. They do not leave it to chance. Solitude builds clarity. Clarity builds confidence. Confidence builds independence. Strong men are comfortable alone because, honestly, they trust their direction. Comfort, it feels safe. But standards, they build strength. Strong men, they protect routines. They protect structure. They protect discipline. Because at the end of the day, standards create identity. Talking, it feels productive. But action, that's what creates transformation. Strong men, they move differently, they think differently, and they act differently. Because, honestly, identity changes through behavior, not intention. Drifting, it might feel harmless, but drifting, it just delays purpose. Strong men, they choose direction intentionally. They decide who they are, what they value, where they're going, and really why it matters. Becoming a strong man, it's not automatic. It is intentional. It's built daily, through decisions most people avoid, through habits most people ignore, through standards most people never create. Every day you're choosing something, comfort or discipline, approval or purpose, excuses or responsibility, distraction or focus, waiting or action. And you see, those choices are shaping the man you are becoming. So the question is simple. Are you living like a boy who hopes life improves, or a man who builds the life he wants?